Hey y'all, what's up? I am back. I am back. I am back. I am back. And we are about to get into Married to Medicine, okay? So let's make sure we are good. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. YouTube be tricking sometime. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right, what's up, y'all? Come on in, girl. We got to talk. We got to talk about some things, okay? Hey, Ben. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the previous live we just had. It was cute. It was good, okay? So now we about to go ahead and talk about Married to Medicine real quick, and then we will get into um Real Housewives of Potomac, okay? So shout out to 601 Diva, KB, 2Ls, Zari. Thank you guys so much for coming back, okay, and joining me for yet another live. What's up, Meek Mills, Andrea, Keisha Boo? What's up, honey? What's going on? Let me pull my notes up because I ain't even have time to switch my notes. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and do that so we could talk, okay? I don't know why I thought Married to Medicine went off last week. Girl, did I say, oh, wait, Married to Medicine, part three, okay? Shame on me. What's up, in M Town, Libra, Sanithia, Paul? What's up, Lee Trail? Hope I said that right. Aretha, what's up, honey? What's up, y'all? All right, so let's talk. Let's chit chat real quick. So Eugene and Kieran, so they're talking about the whole joke that was made about them moving all the time. Okay, Eugene and Toya moving all the time, right? So Eugene didn't like that, and Kieran says that it was a trivial moment and that it didn't mean anything. And I'm like, it did mean something because that's why y'all did it. What's up, Sugar Shan? That's why y'all did it. It meant something. So stop saying that it didn't. It's just that you thought it was funny. He didn't think it was funny. I mean, it was a chuckle, but it wasn't that deep. Like this whole situation, it's really not that deep to me. So Cecil, Andy was like, well, who's Toya's best friend in the group? Is Simone. So then he was like, well, hey, if it would have been Cecil and them to do it, would you have had a problem, right? And Eugene says he still would have been mad. For me, I disagree. I don't think you would have been mad. Cecil says that it was funny to him, but once he talked to Eugene and learned the real issue or whatever, that's when he said it wasn't that funny. But I can't say that you would have been mad at Cecil for real. But my thing is this, Eugene. Cause it's not. If he thought it was funny, it is what it's just not that deep, y'all. Am I wrong? Like, is it me? It's just not that deep. So I'm like, are you not happy with the moves that you've made? Was it not your decision to move all of the times, and it was more so you trying to please Toya? Because it seems to be a bit of unhappiness there that you feel like it's bad that they making a joke out of you and y'all constantly moving, but I also saw you for what you was trying to do too, Kieran, because you was being funny as hell. See, you tried to turn it and make it seem like, oh, well, that's a good thing that you guys are moving from place to place. Like, that's really good. And it's like, but that's not what y'all were doing. So now you also sit up here playing in this man's face, trying to make it seem like that's a great thing that you guys keep moving from location. You're able, like, that's success. Like, no, it's not. So you trying to play in this man's face, because if that's what it was, you wouldn't have made a fucking joke out of it. So why are you being full of shit? Like, it's not making sense to me. They both wasn't making sense in that moment. Okay, so Curtis decides he was gonna call Eugene out, baby, and say, you want to sit up here and feel away, honey, about somebody cracking a joke about you, but what about when it was me? Okay, when I was going through my stuff with my wife, you thought that it was so comical, X, Y, and Z. So now, and then that's when Eugene was like, well, I didn't make a joke out of it. I didn't go put on a costume. I didn't do this or that. And Curtis not trying to hear that, because at the end of the day, the joke was at my expense, and now you have a joke at your expense. So what's up? Like, whoa, okay. Guess it really ain't that deep now, is it, Eugene? Okay. Anyway, so Eugene was questioned about Toya and how she's been feeling alone. And Eugene says that it's because he's been working a lot and he got to a place where he removed himself from the family. So also seeing Eugene kind of crack up, he says that he doesn't like to see Toya cry. It hurts him. But to see his voice crackle, and he's about to shed a few tears. I hate to even say this. I do wonder what is happening that y'all not telling us. I'm not saying Toya has done anything with anybody, but them tears was giving. Did something happen, Eugene? Do you want to come and lay your head on our shoulder and tell us what has happened, Eugene? Is there anything that you like to let the people know about, Eugene? Something wasn't right about them tears, if you ask me. Okay, so there's that. What else? So then Kieran talks about black men getting Botox. I'll be honest. I started asking, I was like, black men getting Botox, that's new. I never heard of that. I would have thought that most of your customers were white women getting Botox, but black men, Kieran, really? I don't know if I fully believe Kieran. I feel like Kieran may be a liar in all honesty. But he's the doctor, so he could be telling the truth. And then I ain't gonna lie, I was like, okay, you talking about are these black gay men or black straight men? Who's coming to get getting these this Botox? You know, because I'm also thinking like, regardless of what they are, their sexuality or anything, like black really don't crack like that, girl. You know what I'm saying? It's not cracking down like that, girl. So who is over here getting these Botoxes? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know. That's what Kieran said, right? I mean, I'm learning, Kieran. I'm gonna have to take what you say with a grain of salt, baby. Especially the way that you tried to sit up there and lie in our face with a smile on your face, trying to finesse Eugene and say, "Oh, well, that's a good thing. This is success that y'all are moving X, Y, and Z, that you guys keep moving or whatever. But you sat up there and made a joke of success. That doesn't make sense, okay? It's not making sense for me. All right. So what else happened? So Dr. Scott got his ass up there and rapped, and I said, we did not need it. We didn't need any of this. Why would you do that? We didn't need this. He did it. Contessa was over there praising her man, singing along. I said, girl, you better support him when don't nobody else don't. You better be a good wife. Okay. Do what you do, girl. So the guys were asked about what did the men know about their wives, or what did they not know about their wives before they got married? Because remember, that was a question. And that's when Toya said their DICKs doesn't get any bigger. So Eugene says that he didn't know that his wife's mouth was never going to shut the hell up. I appreciate it, Eugene, on that, because Toya take enough shots at her husband. It's about time she take one from him, right? So then Eugene says he's never had an issue with pleasing a woman, and he's very comfortable with himself. I don't follow. You better be happy with yourself, Eugene. Period. Okay. Toya tries to backtrack and change what it is that she said about this man peeing, and then she was trying to equate it to like general things, like, just speaking in general on marriage. And it's like, Toya, there's no way that you could speak generally on marriage and a person not include your husband in that too. You must be speaking from him for him as well. Like, there's no way to dress this up. What you need to do is accept accountability for what you said and likely apologize to your husband. Okay. What else? Toya tries to, backtrack, change what she was saying she wasn't dissing her husband. And I said, lies, Toya. You were speaking on your husband. You're unhappy, Toya, and you're lonely in your marriage. Okay, so that's why you said what you said. Eugene was asked about whether he has a kink for Toya's disrespect. I said, damn, what a question! What a question! Do you have a kink for Toya's disrespect? Wow, because ain't nobody finna just sit up there and let somebody disrespect them, but for some reason you do. You must enjoy it. You must like it. He says no. He's very vocal when it comes to their marriage. I said, okay, then if you want to be vocal, right? So Quad was speaking to how Toya does disrespect him and how he looks out for her. So Quad seemed like she was coming from a place of trying to like have his back a little bit, right? So Eugene butts in and says that, but Quad, you've said some things even worse. You said things worse than what my wife could have said. Like, you just said some grimy shit, right? So I felt like, in my opinion, yeah, because Quad ended up calling him Eugenia, and he felt like that was worse. And Toya felt like that was worse as well. But if you ask me, I feel like both of y'all were worse. Okay. If you ask me, both of y'all were not good. She shouldn't have called him Eugenia. You shouldn't have said what you said about your husband. But I do think that because said jabs comes from your wife is what should make it more worse than what an outsider could say. you right? That's what I would think, okay? Um, what else? Quad was wrong for jumping in the mess though. Yeah, because I don't even know how she jumped into their mess to even oh, that's what it was a tweet. It was a tweet on and Quad, she was watching the show and Quad just jumped out there and said Eugenia needs to stay in his biz in his all and his place, stop being in women's business, X, Y, and Z. And I felt like Quad shouldn't have jumped in it. Like just scoot back. Okay. If it did not consider or it wasn't involving you, stay back a little bit. Okay. So what else? Oh yeah, I feel like Quad be lying. I do. I feel like Quad be lying. I feel like them people really ain't even been discussing you, talking about you, or too much of doing anything this season at all. But you do have a hard on for them, and I don't understand. I feel like Quad just be sitting up there lying, and people just go up for it or whatever, right? So Eugene calls Quad miserable. I said, and she is. Quad is very miserable. She's miserable, and so is Toya. Okay. uh just because Quad miserable don't mean that Toya ain't. Okay. Toya tells her, I told her, don't talk to my husband, talk to his wife. Then Quad says, Toya, do you really think I can't get a man? I said, wait a minute. Wait, let's go back. Come back over here. Come back over here, girl. How did you get when Toya told you, don't talk to my husband, talk to his wife? How did you get out of that conversation, you know, or get a man that talks to, or get a man that can talk to another man? Don't talk to my husband, talk to me. How did you get out of that conversation? Toya, do you really think I can't get a man? Toya, are you projecting or something? Nobody said that. No one said that you couldn't. Are you okay? Are you okay? See, Quad is miserable for sure, in my opinion. Just off of that statement alone, like, girl, when nobody even talking about it, I just said get a man that's gonna talk to him. Like, I didn't say that you couldn't get one. You're saying that you can't get one. I didn't say that. What the hell are you saying? And then, you strike me as a person, Quad, that would go get a man just so you could prove to Toya that you can get one, the same way that you went out and you bought that house just so you could prove that you didn't live in no townhome. And because when you sat up there and you got your house and you had your Christmas party, all you could talk about was the people that was hating on you. And it's like, yeah, you also strike me as a person that needs competition in order to be successful, meaning that you would likely compete with your friends. And when they probably doing a tad bit better than you may throw a little shade their way. Like, I don't know. You got some things you need to work on, Miss Quad. I don't like it. All right. So what else? Yeah, I said Quad's miserable or whatever. Oh, and then why was Quad talking to Andy? Like she runs the show, like she's in charge of the girls. Andy, why are you allowing Quad to run your fucking show? Like, they're not paying the rent. Like, no, ma'am. Um, yeah. I also feel like Quad could have signed a 2 or 3 year contract. But at the end of the day, woman, who you think you is? Like, she's like, well, then, no, I know what I said. You ain't got to tell them what I said when it came down to the tweet. But then go ahead and tell them. Who are you talking to? Y'all a mess on that show. A mess. Let's keep going. So Damon starts speaking, and he speaks on men hashing out their issues and how they handle things much differently than women. We see that on Love and Marriage Huntsville, right? So Contessa wanted to know why Damon didn't come to them and speak to them a long time ago if he was really trying to bring the group together. Why you ain't been having no conversation with me? Why you trying to wait now to have a conversation with me? So Contessa says that they should have been had a resolution. Heavenly says, listen, I tried to have a resolution with you, but you never answered the phone when I was trying to call or whatever, right? So what else? Yeah, Heavenly said also, Quiet told me the SHI that you was telling her about me. I felt like Contessa and Heavenly are both full of shit. Like, that's just what they both full of shit. Contessa, you don't make no damn sense. It's like you want people to grovel for you or something. Because I'm not like, girl, You want her to make amends, but you don't want to answer the phone. Make it make sense. And based on how you're treating the friendship with Heavenly, makes me see how you probably treated things with your husband. You probably wanted certain things, but you weren't meeting him halfway on nothing. Like, it's not making sense. Okay. So I felt like Quad was also full of shit. And now she trying to fix what she said about Contessa because Heavenly said Quad told me this or that. So now Quad is trying to fix up. Like, wait a minute. Like, so what did I say? Okay, so I did that. Okay, and then what was the next thing? But the second thing she said didn't necessarily answer the question that was being asked. I can't remember what it was, but I remember thinking that. All of them full of shit. They just full of shit. Okay. Um, what else? Oh, yeah. So then we learned that Heavenly kind of started the conversation. Is what it sounded like they were saying. Heavenly was telling people that Quad was messing with a contractor. Girl, one thing about Bravo production, they gonna roll that bean footage on your ass, okay? And you was telling Anila that and then sat up there and said, but don't say that, you better not say that. And this is the reason why I truly believe Anila had something to do with what happened with Toya as far as the cheating rumors and stuff. Because based on how that conversation went with she and Heavenly and how it was recorded, I feel like, and what we already saw about Anila telling the other lady she need to speak up, right? They had that same conversation off camera. They just didn't have the footage to roll. So Anila's not innocent in that thing. Heavenly, you was wrong. One thing about it, I don't know, and that's what I don't understand, y'all. Quad doesn't like Toya, so she says, for the same things that Heavenly does, but you still sit up there and you be so loyal to Heavenly. Heavenly has accused you on more than one occasion of cheating with or messing around with married men on more than one occasion. And that's still your friend. But Toya say something slick about your home, your townhome is a problem. Now, if Heavenly would have walked in there and said your townhome was a basement, you would not have been mad at all. But it's something that you have going on with Toya. I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna say that it's jealousy, but I don't know what your issue is with Toya, but you need to figure this out. Okay. What else? So Heavenly wants to blame Simone for having, oh, that was interesting too. So, uh, what's her name? Simone was asked about the conversation. Y'all know when they all had to sit down at the house or whatever, and Heavenly and Consensus almost got into it. So Heavenly tried, and remember, her husband checked her like, listen, I tell you stuff, you don't want to listen, you want to do what you want to do, whatever, right? So Heavenly tries to, I feel, deflect from her husband being pissed off with her own actions and put it off on Simone by saying Simone knew we should not have been around each other. She shouldn't have had Contessa there. Simone knew I had issues going on with my mom. She shouldn't have did that. But at the end of the day, I do feel like, Heavenly, where is your accountability in this? Because you also could have maintained your own emotions and had self-control over yourself to not even go there with, oh girl. So it can't all be on Simone. You know what I'm saying? But Heavenly does that a lot. When people are about to pry more so into what her going on with her marriage and stuff, she figures out a way to deflect it off on other people. And I don't like that she does that, because as entertaining as Heavenly is, and I appreciate she gives us something with her entertainment, as entertaining as she is, she doesn't give her life. She really don't. She don't really share what's the ends, and I'm surprised she's been able to be on the show as long as she has, and we don't know what's going on. Like, her husband literally, Damon, sat up there and said that he didn't reach out to Contessa because he's been having personal issues. Contessa said, "Yeah, me too. I've been having personal." So I'm like, "What personal stuff is this that you talking about, Damon?" Because we never know. Y'all never clue us in. I mean, Heavenly is doing a way better job than Destiny on Love and Marriage Huntsville because she's entertaining and she knows how to distract a bit, but we don't know shit about what's going on in your stuff. But we knew the ins and outs of Simone and her marriage, Quad and her breakdown of her marriage, Jackie and hers, Contessa and hers, hell, Toya's and her. Where is yours? Ah, let's keep going, Heavenly. Um, I felt like Heavenly, your husband was sick of your mouth. You wanted to be Simone's fault so bad, but it ain't. Okay, look at yourself. Period. It wasn't all on her. Heavenly is trying to tell Quad to do the same thing Toya just told Quad to do. Don't talk to my husband. Quad was trying to ask her husband a question, and Heavenly was not going for it. Okay, I'm like, Quad. Now Toya just told you once, right? And then you sat up there deflecting. You think I could get a husband? And then when Toya said something to you, you was like, don't talk to me like that. Talk to your husband like that. But when Heavenly tells you that shit, and Heavenly don't be joking, you laugh it off. They don't like that fake shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that. And I understand that Heavenly is your closer friend, so she may get away with stuff. But if that's the case, don't sit up here and try and drag Toya and comfort Toya when Toya hasn't, in my opinion, done half as much damaging stuff as Heavenly has done. Let's be very clear. Okay? I don't like that. What else? So the reunions, oh, the reunion. Let's get to the end. This reunion, Bravo, get y'all together. Andy, whoever is over there on the media side, get y'all together. Why are we watching the reunion and it's giving the Quad and Heavenly show? Why am I watching the reunion and y'all are literally sitting the camera 3 to 5 minutes on Quad and Heavenly going back and forth about something? Why? Y'all ain't have enough footage on nobody else? That we're literally sitting here watching them go back and forth having a debate. No, but let me tell you. Okay, but don't talk to me like that, bitch. Well, then I don't know how, cause like what? Why are we watching this back and what the fuck is this? Hurry up, round it up, figure it out. If you need to recast or something, figure that shit out too. Like, I mean, did y'all not have enough storyline? This shit, like, what was going on? Because it was given the Heavenly and Quad show, and Quad is not in charge of the girls. Period. All right. Anila apologizes to Toya, saying she shouldn't have spoke on the rumor or whatever. And then Toya says, listen, I'm the type of person I'm quick to forgive, but it don't mean that I'm gonna trust your ass ever again. And I don't blame Toya on that. Don't trust Miss Ma'am. Okay? Don't trust him. I wouldn't trust her. But it seems like Toya and Heavenly are going to work on getting a better relationship built. So we'll see. I think that Toya and Heavenly could get to a better place because Toya and Contessa did. Even Simone and Heavenly did. So I think they can make it work. But quiet, you can go, baby. I ain't even gonna hold you, sweetheart. Um, let's see. And I Destiny getting dreaded all the reviews. Chat. Damon told the men they have problems. Everyone teamed up against Quad when she was going through the divorce, trying to get her off the show. Quad fights back, and it's all of a sudden an army of Quad haters. I disagree with that. I don't think they were even trying to get her up off the show. Like they did Mariah, who they definitely got up off the show. Um, I don't think that's the reason for the Quad haters. They just don't like Quad. See, y'all talking about when Quad got the divorce and people was trying to get her off the show. Let's talk about when Quad did Sister Circle and felt like she didn't really need the show. She didn't need them ladies. That's what Quad was talking about. Okay. She didn't even want to open up to them ladies just 2 seasons ago or so. Like she was better. Like, ugh, da 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 da. Like what? And that's why her and Simone got into it because Simone was like, I'm not gonna kiss your. It's like, girl, what you think this is? Right? Quad legit came and had a sit down with one of the girls from Sister Circle because she felt like she had her sister, she had her people, whatever it was. Da 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 da. Like she didn't need to be there. And then now here she is, and the show got canceled. But either way, good luck. Okay. Better keep a check. Um, what else? Let's see. What else? Um, People have revisionist history. Quad didn't want to open up about her marriage and tried to pretend like she was too good for me. That what I'm that and that's the part that I'm talking about. Boom. Um, yeah, so let's see. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on, and let's get to married to. I'm sorry, not married to medicine. Real Housewives of Potomac. Go ahead and like up the video if you have yet to do so. And we are about to talk about these ladies. Child. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Uh-oh, let me go ahead and do that over here. Actually, let me do this. There we go. And then we'll figure out the rest later. Okay, cool. All right. So let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all ready? All right. Now, Candace and Ashley are continuing to work on their friendship, supposedly. Ashley tells her about Michael having a vasectomy and how he flew to Vegas and he was upset and he had been ignoring her. But Ashley, to me, kind of tried to make it seem like Michael was ignoring her because he was mad the news leaked. Girl, Michael wasn't paying you no attention before he really found out the damn news had leaked. Okay, so there's that. And he finally texted her back, what, a day later or was it hours later? Either way, he texts her back. So she flips the conversation and she wants to know more about what's going on with Candace because she don't want to dive deeper for real into her situation. But really, they did talk about her being separated from Michael. And she was telling Candace how, oh yeah, we're separated. But when you're separated, she says that you can't be in the same bed. It sounds like she said you can't be under the same roof. And then she said something about you can't have sex. All of the things that I believe that they are doing. All of the things that I believe that they are doing, okay? Because why else will Michael get a vasectomy if he thinks you're getting pregnant? But you're sitting over here telling us, see, y'all be forgetting Ashley be lying, okay? Ashley is entertaining, but Ashley is a liar, period, okay? Now, she changes the subject to be about Candace. Candace tells her about canceling IVF because the group stresses her out, and then speaks on Chris not wanting to be around the group based on the stories and claims that Giselle has been making about her being uncomfortable. Right? So now Chris is uncomfortable. So Ashley should know this, and she should understand why Chris would not want to be around the group because Michael didn't want to be around the group either. Remember that how Michael did not show up to the reunion 2 years in a row, and it was some different excuses. The first one was that he had a wedding. Cut it out. Okay. But anyway, let's keep going. So Candace says that she knows Giselle plots and plans against women in this group. I believe that is very true because didn't Candace expose a plot or plan against Monique or something like that, or somebody. It was a plot or plan against somebody that Candace pretty much kind of admitted to on one of the reunions. I don't think that she participated in it. Oh yeah, I think it was Monique because they tried to say that that baby wasn't Chris's or something, and Candace was telling them like, no, that's not going to work. Like that boy looked just like his daddy or something like that. Candace said so she wasn't condoning what Giselle was trying to do. So they definitely be having little meetups and conversations, plots and plans for the ladies, okay? And that just makes even more sense why Candace is even more upset with Giselle because she knows her. She knows what she's doing. She knows how she's going about this. And she knows Giselle has made her a target. It makes so much sense. Not only did she make Candace a target, she also made Wendy a target. And I feel like they did that because of now I'm thinking about it, y'all. Although I feel like you know, I feel like a lot of the back and forth the ladies give each other isn't always linked to, colorism. I feel like that's just how they are on these shows. But I now believe that they are trying to, because I know a lot of people feel like they were trying to get Wendy off the show. I don't know for sure if that's what it is, but I know they coming for Wendy and they coming for Candace, and I believe it's because they were a part of the conversations of colorism being on the show. And that just kind of clicked to me that I wonder if that's why she's coming for Miss Candace. I feel like that she definitely plotted, planned, or whatever. And this is what I'm gonna do when it comes to Candace. And Robin is like, okay, and this is what I'm gonna do when it comes to Wendy. And Giselle is gonna go with either or because she don't even like Wendy. So yikes, it just made me think of that. Okay, so what else? Candace says that she knows how Giselle plots and plans against the women in the group. Ashley confirms, but she only confirmed that Giselle is her friend. She didn't necessarily confirm that Giselle be plotting and planning, but she do. You confirming that lady your friend like that, then yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then you know what the hell going on, which is why you brought that bullshit to Candace at their winery the way that you did. Candace speaks on Ashley hanging out with a hockey player, okay, and how the rumors about and how there are rumors about all of the ladies, and Candace don't even be wanting this information. She just gets it, right? So then Ashley says, "Yeah, I heard so many things about Karen." Candace, I need you to pay attention. If you're going to be around Ashley, you need to pay attention when Ashley is baiting you into saying things, right? So that when it comes out, it's going to be Candace said versus Ashley said, right? She know that all of y'all heard things about Karen, but the fact that she says, I heard a ton of things about Karen, and you elaborated, this has happened before since y'all have sat down and had a conversation. This has happened before. But you need to be mindful of when she's roping your ass again, okay? Get it together. Right? So then yeah, and Candace pretty much confirms it or whatever, right? So then Mia is planning to invite the ladies to Miami, to MIA. Mia says she went on a trip to MIA with her bestie. Did y'all catch that? And I guess G found out some things that was happening on the trip. So G decided he was gonna fly down there and hunch on Mia on the beach in front of everybody. And if y'all think I'm a fool, I'm not. Because I truly believe that Jacqueline was down there dipping in and doing it in the beach at home. Y'all ain't finna tell me. I'm sorry. Until they come out and deny it, girl. And even if they denied it, I don't even know if I would believe it. I believe them because I feel like they all was dipping it and doing it twice. Okay, I feel like all three of them, all three of y'all. I do. I do. I think it was all three of y'all. Right? Because then Mia said something like, "Oh, Jacqueline, she has my secrets. Jacqueline holds my secrets, X, Y, and Z." I'm like, mm-hmm. And then you lead to telling us about G coming down there hunching on you. Whole time now, G had a wife. Whoa, didn't know that. I don't think I knew that. I don't think who said that. Who said that? I don't think I knew that. I think I just found that out. I think I just learned that, girl. Not G having a wife who's now his ex-wife. So did he lead a wife to come and marry you? Woo. Okay, Miss Mia, girl. I don't know, girl. This is interesting here. This is interesting, girl. Backslide ass Mia, girl. This is interesting. Okay. So there's that. All right. She said G was married at the time. I called that SHI. Okay. Girl. Okay then, Miss Mia. We see you, honey. Mm-hmm. So let's get to Robin and this attorney. So Robin is saying that she wants a prenup. Okay, she wants this prenup. They've had one before. It didn't matter what they had because they ain't have. So it wasn't okay. Prenup for what? Right. Well, now she done come into some money. Robin says she has the businesses. Those businesses, I would believe, embellish a reasonably shady podcast because I believe they're signed under Charlemagne's network or something like that. So they probably is getting a cute little coin. I don't know what. They're probably getting a little song. Then Real Housewives of Potomac check. And not only that, but Robin Dixon, the brand, if she, knows how to move it, she may have some speaking engagements here or there, get a check, because now she's a brand, whatever. Okay, so those are probably like the four businesses that she means. So she doesn't want him to be able to tap into those funds, I suppose. Okay, should they be divorced at any moment? And he doesn't think that is necessary, whereas she does think that is necessary. I can't really fault Robin for wanting to put that thing in place. I don't think that man should be getting half of her stuff like that. Like, I just don't like. I don't put this in the blood. I don't know. You don't need all that. You don't need all not all what I done worked hard for. Now I understand I done messed up your coin, but I'm not you. You let it happen. I'm not gonna let it happen. That's the difference between me. You should have got it together a few years ago. Okay, you shouldn't have trusted me like that. Okay, so that's on you, and you still want to marry me? Okay, then, well, I guess we could do that. Okay, period. It is what it is. It is what it is. And this whole time I had really been thinking that Juan was the one that didn't want to get married. Y'all, I really think Robin don't really want to get married. I do. All this time I thought it was Juan. Juan, I don't want to marry her. Da, da, da. Nah, I think it's Robin. I truly think Robin does not want to get married. And I think that Juan is okay with going along to get along. I think Juan is such a nonchalant person that it's whatever with me type thing. I think that's the type of energy he comes off with. And I think Robin doesn't, she don't care. You know? Um, they probably common law married anyway. So I mean, do what you want to do, Robin. Shit, you don't want to be engaged. Some people okay with being engaged for a long time. I mean, I ain't gonna judge a girl. Anyway, so infidelity. They talking about an infidelity clause, and Robin is like, we might need to put that in there. Like, I'm not trying to be stupid or dumb, but you just never know. Like, Robin, if you gonna put listen, he gonna be mad about the prenup either way. Put all the fucking clauses in there, girl. Just put them all. Put all the clauses in there, baby. Cause he's still gonna be mad. You might as well hit him with one whammy, one major whammy, right here, and just sign all the documents. Okay, have your attorney review whatever it is, but there's that. Okay, maybe he should get a little piece of a coin for his likeness being used on the show as part of her storyline, right? So maybe he should get a little bit of something for that. Right. So she just needs to, figure that part out, like just give him the prenup. He ain't gotta like it, he ain't gotta love it. I mean, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So that's just what I think, you know what I'm saying? One somewhere, girls, if y'all don't stop, I just want Robin and Contessa to go on a date. Whoa! Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. I feel no ways. I feel no ways. They don't even seem interested in each other enough to get married again. He has more energy with Michael. Y'all be wanting this man to be with Michael so bad. It actually is cringe. It's actually cringe sometimes. Like, it's cringe. I don't see a gay bone in that man body, but I don't know. I don't know what he into, but I definitely believe it ain't no Michael Darby. Y'all be wanting that to be a thing so bad. I don't understand y'all. I don't understand it. Now the contestant Robin was funny, but come on now. Robin and Juan are roommates, and I need them to stop playing. Well, let's keep going. Let's keep going. So Ashley, Wendy, and Karen. All right. So they go tulip picking. I'm like, girl, whose idea was this for y'all to go and pick these tulips? Just cold as hell. Like I was with Ashley, like, girl, you got a blanket? Give me a blanket. Give me a blanket. Um, huh? I ain't seen it. Look what they said. I ain't see that acoustic. I ain't see that. I didn't see that. Yeah, so Ashley is upset about her tea being leaked out to the blogs because she's at a place where she doesn't really want to address it or speak on it. And I'm like, what do you mean? What you mean you don't want to speak on it with the general public? Is that what you're talking about? We're just gonna find out anyway. Like you were supposed to drop it on April Fool's Day. So I don't know. I'm confused. Like, Ashley, you lying. You didn't mind speaking on it, girl. Anyway, so Wendy speaks on them getting a pool in her backyard because, of course, she's picking tulips. They got a big backyard. She might plant them, but she wants to put a pool back there for her kids, right? So Karen asked her, like, yo, I didn't see you at Robin's event. Like, what was up with that? So then Wendy says, well, I just thought that it was crazy that Robin tried to get my friend Candace to be an auntie to my kids, my small children, and take them to an event. I'm with Wendy all day on that shit. All day on that. Girl, are you out your mind? Like, and there's nothing against Candace. It's just that these are my kids. Would you do that with your kids if they were at this age? You sound stupid. That was being ignorant, beyond being petty. Right? So Wendy says that she feels like Robin needs to meet her halfway and she wants to do an event where the ladies can like have a safe space to put their thoughts out on the table. Some part of me cringes but truly enjoys when the ladies I don't even know if it's cringe, but it's just like a shake my head, but it's like a shaking my head and disappointment but enjoyment at the same time when they recommend that they have these sit downs, and it's a safe space, because with Real Housewives of Potomac, you know right out the gate, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe, it ain't safe. It's not safe, okay? But you know you're gonna get the entertainment that you need. There is not a link up that these ladies have had that did not go left. And y'all let me know if there were some, but I cannot think of a single link up that these women have had that was supposed to be a safe space that did not go left. It's comical. All right. So Ashley was over there trying to tell Wendy, when Wendy was going to send out a letter or send out a text, she was trying to tell her that she needs to preface a special one for Giselle and Robin. I need to do who? I'm not doing a month. They're going to get this general ass text. They finna get this general text. I'm sending one. I'm not sending multiple. I'll clear everything up and say, hey, y'all know we're all not getting along. Like, I'm gonna send a general text. And I was with Wendy when Wendy said, you lucky that I'm sending them anything, and y'all think I should do something special for them. Like, girl, they not gonna go do, and and I'm so glad Wendy said this too. This BIT literally did not invite me and my children to her event. And then you have the audacity to tell me how I should preface a damn text message to go out to these ladies that did not include me. Girl, you lucky I'm including them at all. Are you out your mind? Shut up. See, that's your problem, Ashley, because you're the one sitting around always trying to cater to them. They had, well, I was going to say they haven't turned on you, but they have. Because, girl, I remember that time when Robin was all up in your face and you was all up in the restaurant, girl. Remember that? And Robin was going to beatbox you. Do you remember that? I remember that, girl. So they have been on your head top, but they're gonna get back on your head top in just a minute. See, everybody gotta get their serving. See, they done served up Miss Karen. They kind of got you at one point, right? They got Miss what's her name? Miss Monique, and got her up off the show. Then they turned around and they on Miss Candace head. Next is gonna be Miss Mia head. See, they tried to get on Miss Mia head at the top of the season, but they really couldn't do it like that how they wanted to, because it does involve cancer and stuff. So I feel like that's what it really was. But give them some time. Miss Mia, you is gonna be next, and watch what it is that I tell you. Next thing you hear, Giselle is gonna tell you how G has made her or Karen feel uncomfortable. She's gonna make it to where she probably gonna tell Karen's story for her and say that G made Karen feel uncomfortable type thing. But they're gonna be on your head next, okay? But anyway. So yeah, they flash back to Mia and Ashley telling Wendy that women see her as being a condescending bitch, okay? Because Wendy is trying to just figure out like what's the issue with some of the ladies, why they not really rocking with her. And so Mia decided to keep it original, keep it real. But it's like, Mia, you condescending, contradicting, and all of that. You're all of those things. So how the hell you gonna sit up there and tell somebody else what they are? Ashley, you're the same thing. You're the same exact thing. So I'm confused. And that's what I appreciate Candace said in her tweet. I can't sit up here and tell Wendy she needs to own being condescending because she rolls her eyes or her neck when all of y'all have done it. All of y'all have done it, and we're actively seeing Robin do it this season, and we saw Giselle and Robin do it at the sit down. So what you talking about? Don't tell me shit. Don't tell me nothing about how I am, girl. Most of my actions are in response to y'all. So you saying that as though that's just how I come off. Dead. That's not how I come off. Okay, I respond to what you hoes give me, and y'all hoes been coming for me since I came on the show, and that was before you even came on the show. See, I'm still new, so that's why they still around my back. But once I let them hoes know that I'm not to be F with or played with or nothing, girl, you gonna be next, Miss Mia. All right, so Wendy is going to send a text to all of the ladies, and Ashley, we talked about it. Ashley wanted her to send it a certain way. That's dead. Okay, so Candace, Chris, and her sister. So the rapper Trina, Candace out here still out here working. She put IVF on pause for the moment, and she is actually going to get a feature from Miss Trina the rapper. And I said, okay, then, girl, she's gonna get a feature from Trina, and Trina is going to do the video. So I definitely wonder what song is this going to be. She said it's called Insecure. I'll have to check it out. I haven't listened to the deluxe album. But I have the first one. All right. So then Candace then tells them about the burn session. All right. And how they are all supposed to spill with good intentions. Okay. And I'm laughing my ass off because I said not gonna happen. Not gonna happen at all. And Chris said, "Oh, y'all about to talk about some girl stuff. Let me go ahead and get up off the table." I appreciate that, Chris. I love that you did that, Chris. Get up off the table and go on about your business. So can't nobody try and drag your name or pull you into something else and say, "Oh, well, Chris did this and Chris that." Nah, baby, because I wasn't even there for that conversation. So I'm glad that he went ahead and exit stage left. Okay. Candace says that, listen, I don't want no beef with Ashley. I really don't. We've come a long way. I'm cool with her for the time being. But I must say, I am glad that Miss Girl is getting this divorce from Michael. Candace, the entire world is glad that Ashley is getting this divorce from Michael. Okay. So Wendy speaks with Ashley about her mom being admitted to the hospital. We learned that Wendy also has kidney stones. It sounded painful. You know what I'm saying? Like Grace sound real painful because I guess she's not drinking enough water. And it's like, Wendy, not you being professor, educator, and all this other stuff, girl, and you stay on the go and you don't know you need to drink a lot of water. Like, dang, get it together. I want you to get it together immediately. Because Wendy said something that was real. Realizing her mom went into the hospital, she said, if I don't work on myself now, then I could be in the same position as my mom later. And that's true, girl. And I be trying to make the right decisions myself because I be thinking about that stuff too, girl. But the cookie cakes and pies and everything else be calling me. So I have to work on that too, girl. I be drinking my water, but I could eat me some old salads and vegetables and stuff like that. Girl, I don't really do that, but I need to get it together. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, I understand. Right. So Wendy has the ladies show up to a spot called Blue Mont Winery or something like that. And Candace is like, girl, she goes down at the winery. Like, why would you subject me to some shit like this? Did you not? What she said? Last time I was at a winery, it was a pack of wild boars, or she called Monique a wild boar or something like that. Girl, I'm cackling like, Candace, where do you come from? Where do you get this? Okay, where do you get this stuff? A wild boar? I said, damn. Damn, Candace, you just Jesus. So she's like, girl, not you bringing me here again, girl. I'm having flashbacks. Like, why the hell is you bringing me to this winery? All right. So they get there. Everything's cool. Giselle tells Ashley that the means this really hurts because I used to really like Giselle, y'all. Y'all do not understand. I really used to like Giselle. And she aggravates me to my core. Come on, Mimi Faust. Faust to my core. Okay, she aggravates me to my core. Soon as she get in there, Giselle, can you find a seat? Can you find your seat? Please. She can't even get in there good before she starts telling Ashley, oh, I heard those memes. Those memes are circulating social media, girl. They're getting out of hand, huh? It really bothers me so much. Like, bro, chill. Like, you get to ask everybody about their business. You get to poke at everything others have going on. But when you have a terrible reunion, they don't show us those clips. When you're looking a fool, they don't show us those clips. The only thing we got was you damn near about to break your ankle on some gravel. You know what I'm saying? Wobbity wobbity. Just drop it. Like it's hot, according to Miss Karen. Fiery hot box. But like that's all that we get. But we don't really get nothing like they like Giselle is so loved at Bravo. It's crazy. I just believe it. She's so loved because we don't see certain things. But anyway, so Ashley says that I appreciate the support, I do. I appreciate the support, but it's really like that's still my kid's dad. Nah, that's still the man that you love for real. Okay, that's what that is. It's not so much as though that's my kid's dad. That's who you love. All right. What else? She says Michael is mad. He called and spoke to the kids, but he didn't speak to her. Okay, so all that is that Ashley still love her son Michael. Okay, and she gonna be lost without him and his security for just a little bit. Wendy says that when the person that you have an issue with, okay, so yeah, they about to play this game or whatever, they about to do their thing. And so Wendy says, this is what we're going to do. When the person that you have an issue with is talking, you're going to write down a note. You're going to write down something. Everybody's going to go around the table, say what the issue is you have with that person, and then we're going to burn it. Okay. This is according to Miss Wendy. I guess that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So, Wendy goes first, I do believe. And so Ashley tells Wendy that hold on, wait a minute. Let me go down. Okay, yeah. So Ashley tells Wendy that she used to have her barrier up, but now she's in a better place. She wants her to continue to be in a better place for her friends and all this other stuff, right? So Candace tells her, listen, she recognized her wall was up, but she feels like she's opened up more. That's great. Keep doing your thing. Karen tells her, me and you started off on not a great page, but we're growing. I like the direction. Let's keep it up. Mia tells Wendy that she could be very much so dismissive, okay? When they played the reunion clip, I cackled. When Wendy said, what were you saying? Shut up. Or whatever. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. And Mia was like, loved it. Okay. But she also tells Wendy that she's proud of her for hosting such an event and feels like, Wendy lacks accountability. And I said, are they cursing their mamas in the winery? Because, girl, you do the same stuff. You do the same stuff. It's crazy. I don't understand. It's like, is that how you truly feel, Mia? Or were you just saying the things that Giselle and them told you? Which one is it? Right. Let's keep going. So Robin says that I just realized that we are oil and water, and we're just not going to go together. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay. And Wendy really didn't know how to take her. Wendy was just like, okay. Giselle, did you have anything? So Giselle says, ditto to that, ditto to Mia. And then she goes on to say, and my other problem with you is that you sat up here and you went on this Giselle hate train or whatever it was that you call yourself doing. And then when we all met up, you wanted to come over here and hug me on some fake and definitely phony. And I just, I don't get with that. That's what Giselle's saying. So Wendy says, okay, well, I to Robin, all right, I own my role. I own my role in whatever I have done to make you feel like you're oil and I'm water and we don't mix. Because first she said oil and vinegar. And Robin said, no, baby, they go together. She said, oh, okay, well then what I owe the oil and water. I own my part in that. So Robin looking for an issue. But what is that? What is she saying? So then Candace jumps in. And Candace says, well, wait a minute, because Robin has been very specific about certain things. So I guess she wanted Wendy to be specific to what she's owning versus giving a general, I own my part in whatever I've done. She wanted her to be specific. So then Wendy said, I only can answer this. I agree with Wendy on that. I only can answer to this because this was your opportunity to write it down so that I can address each thing and accept accountability. And I say that because sometimes you do not know when you may have offended a person. Robin may have taken offense to something that Wendy ain't even thinking about, don't even remember, whatever. So let her know what those things are so we can have the conversation. Giselle, wide mouth, okay, tries to speak up and starts yelling and getting very loud, okay? And she says something like, girl, you know what it was. Like, why are you even doing all of this? Like, you know what it was. Like, we don't even got to do, like, just say it. So Candace was still trying to talk, but Candace was really talking to Robin because she ain't been talking to Giselle. She was like, but Robin, and then Candace got quiet. Like, I'm going to say something to this bitch. Like, girl, let me just, let me just hold what I got. Hold what I say, Candace. Just hold it, baby, because she ain't worth it. Just hold it. All right. So, yeah, Candace tries to back up what Robin was saying. Giselle jumps in with her loud mouth. Robin says that she never.
Robin says, I need you to know that I never tried to fight you. I'm not a thug. I'm not going to run up on you. I'm not going to, no, I didn't do that. No, I didn't. And Wendy just to calm, like, why are you yelling? But why are you like that? Why are you this? Like, it's not like we're talking. Like, what are you doing? So Robin got hyped, in my opinion, because Giselle got hyped. Robin was cool with the monotone energy. Giselle threw that energy in there because I personally believe she knew when the yelling got to happening, it was going to affect everybody else's mood, and we all was gonna be sitting up there yelling or whatever, or they all was gonna be sitting up there yelling. So I feel like Giselle knew what she knew what she was doing. The number one goal was to ruin Wendy's event. That's the number one goal. The second of a goal was, in order to do that, was to change everybody's behavior at that moment. And she knew what she was doing when she got loud and started yelling. So Robin took on the same thing, and she was loud and wrong, right? So Wendy was like, I never called you a thug, girl. I never said this. I never said that, right? So then Robin calls Sharice. Sharice, who's going to support Robin hands down because she's known Robin since before this show. Okay. She tells Sharice, Robin was like, "Did you ever try to hold me back when I was talking to Wendy and da da da?" She was like, "No, I didn't. I didn't lay a hand on you. I didn't do any of that." Da 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 da. Right? So Sharice says no. Giselle says, "Right, exactly, exactly. So why the lies? Why the lies?" I said, "Yes, Giselle. Why the motherfucking lies? Because production HOX up, okay? You're over here trying to have Robin's back so blindly, and you don't even know everything. Were you even out there when that happened? Your ass was in there getting into it with Candace or whatever, okay? Or in there with Mia, but you weren't out there. Okay, Sharisa very well had to step up and hold Robin back. And here's the thing: we really didn't even need the beautiful being footage to confirm that. We already knew that. We saw that. But thank you for running it back so we didn't have to. Right? So yeah, now what you think it is, girl? It's giving when Melody walked into Madani and spoke, and she said she didn't speak. So we had to roll the bean footage. So now it's a giving Potomac. You said you didn't do X, Y, and Z, and then now we see that you did, and we see that you and Sharice was lying. Actually, Sharice had spoke to that lie. Let me see if I could find it, because Sharice actually said something about that. Is this it? I don't know. Let me see. Let me go and see real quick. Let me add it over here because I really feel like Sharice said something about that. Is this it? Okay, I think it is. Do I have it up here? Because Sharice said something about that. Okay, so Sharice says this, okay? I was not preventing her from putting her hands on Wendy. She was not about to get physical. She was not about to physically attack Wendy. As soon as she stood up, my natural reaction was to stand up in an attempt to calm the situation. Wendy said, "Stand in your truth." She stood. Wendy also told her to sit down, and she did that as well. Security was there. If there was a real concern, they would have interjected. I was not holding her back. People are going to interpret things the way they want. Lightly nudging someone to sit back down is way different than holding someone back. But see, this is the thing that you can't seem to recount, Miss Sharice. You stood up. That was not a light nudge, baby. So stop that. How y'all trying to reword stuff? That was not a light nudge, girl. You legit stood up. And not only did you stand up to move your hand, you stood up to put your hands on her shoulder. So you didn't just stand up to block her with one arm. You put your hands on her shoulder for her to sit down. So how is it that you were there, don't recall, I get it, but they play the beam footage for you and you still don't know what the hell happened, and then said that she was not trying to fight that woman? Now, granted, we have not seen Robin actually fight, go that far, but we have seen Robin try to intimidate women of the show by walking up on them and this, that, and the other. Okay. Now, whether Robin will truly throw them hands, I don't know. Okay. But I understand if somebody may feel like she might, the way that she be walking around, like, you know what I'm saying, girl, what? Don't try me type, you know. So I mean, I'm just telling you. So Sharice, I definitely feel like you full of bullshit right there, and you are trying to save face for your good girl Robin. And Robin is trying to change this narrative that she is a person that fights, because obviously Bravo has a low tolerance for said behavior. And that's why I feel like Robin wants to dispel whatever those things are, because she ain't trying to jeopardize that check and that business that she's trying to keep Juan away from, should that prenup go into place. Okay. What else happened? So there's that. Wendy asked, no, let me go back. Yeah, Giselle, Sharice was lying. Wendy asked Robin why she was yelling, and Robin starts yelling and saying something about, I don't care, 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 whatever she said. And she gets up and she leaves. Giselle stays seated as she's still being loud and ignorant. Karen calls Giselle out for yelling and not helping the group move forward. Giselle says she just wanted to make sure everybody at the table could hear her. And the fact that she said that leads me to believe that, one, the goal was to ruin Wendy's event by any means, and also the goal was for her to, in order to accomplish goal one, she had to change the mood of the other people by her yelling so loud. And another thing, I believe that she knows Wendy cannot stand her, and she wants to continue to give her even more of a reason to not like her. What else happens? Ashley brings to Candace the tea about Chris being very flirty. I loved Candace's response so much. Candace was like, what Candace said, Candace was like, I'm sorry. You want to run that? Hold what you got. You want to run that? Because I just saw you at my house. So why didn't you, here go Ashley, lying, liar Ashley, paging liar Ashley. So Ashley says, no, I heard that after I left. After I left your house, that's when I got the information. And Candace said, oh, okay, because I was just sitting with you, so you couldn't have that conversation. Matter of fact, you have my number. You couldn't call me, text me. You couldn't have this conversation in private. No. I'm just trying to understand what your motive is here. What's going on, right? So then Ashley says, well, I wanted to tell you face to face. Like, you don't think that if I had information about you, like, I would tell you, like, wouldn't you want to know face to face? Like, that's what I was doing. Ashley, these are the things that take me back to can't stand you type things, because you also know a face to face conversation did not have to be amongst a group of ladies. It could have been after the event, you pulled her to the side, had a conversation. When the ladies were arguing, you could have pulled her to the side and had a conversation. Before we even got started, you could have pulled her to the side and had a conversation. So when Candace talks about plots and plans, yeah, you're in on it with Giselle. It's very much so whack. It's very much so whack. Um, Ashley says, I mean, you call Michael a predator. I said, girl, everybody call Michael a predator. Don't be trying to put that off on Candace. We all said that. Okay? Everybody. Everyone, okay, has called this man a predator. And Candace says, because it's true. And then Ashley says, no, it's not true. It's not true. Candace said, oh, it's not. She said, no, it's not. And actually, it's been proven in a court of law. Oh, you talking about the court of law when Monique had hid the tape, when the Bravo production person took him to court, and then I think the case got dropped or dismissed or whatever because they did not have the evidence, because your good girl Monique hid it, which is why y'all still friends today. Is that what you're talking about? Why it was proven in court? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? When Giselle has been speaking on this man grabbing since season one, is that what you're talking about? Lord have mercy. Ashley's full of shit, okay? Ashley says it's not true or whatever. Moving on. Candace says that y'all don't have enough going on in your own lives, okay? Y'all don't have enough going on in your own life, so you want to bring this bullshit over here to me. You want to get into this drama over here with me. Is that what it is? Okay. And I'm like, a little bit. Yes and no. See, Ashley does have a lot going on in her own life. Ashley just enjoys seeing you be miserable because she's miserable. And she's been waiting on some type of get back because Ashley don't like you for real. I think Ashley wants to like you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I feel like, is there any jealousy there a little bit, Miss Ashley, that you may have for Miss Candace? Like, I don't know. But yeah, Ashley got some stuff going on. Giselle ain't got going on, and if she do, she ain't telling us about it. But she just wants to see you be where she was at. She wants you to see how it feels. Like she's been waiting on that moment for you to go through what it is that she has gone through. That's what she's waiting on. What else? So Candy says, yeah, y'all don't have enough going on, whatever. Ashley asked her, why is she getting defensive? Are you out your damn mind, girl? Are you out your mind? Not you coming at me. And I just told you my husband's not coming around y'all because he feels uncomfortable, XYZ. And then you sit up here and you ask me a question or you trying to tell me information about my husband and then turn around and ask me, why am I getting defensive? And here's the other thing for me. You already asked, well, you asked her at a later time. You said, it doesn't feel good, does it? So basically, you already know how she's feeling. You already know how it is for somebody to bring information to a woman about her husband. And do you have the audacity to add insult to injury by asking this woman, why is she defensive? And I wish Candace would have told her, like, actually, me being defensive is actually a good thing for you in this moment. And that I'm handling my defensiveness in this manner because I could hit your ass with a Mia and douse this glass in your damn face and get the hell on up out of here and hightail it on back to where I done came from. You feel what I'm saying? So me engaging in this conversation with a little bit of defensiveness, you should be privileged, okay? You should feel that way. Um, what else? So Ashley brings up me. I mean, like, okay, so yeah, so they having some back and forth or whatever. And Candace is not trying to hear nothing Ashley is saying. Ashley goes in to say, I mean, well, even Mia said that Chris was looking at her. Here go Mia. He did. He did. Mia now saying that, I mean, I didn't say that it was sexual though, but he was definitely looking. And here's the cackle for me. Every time y'all say some stupid shit about Chris, they be rolling the playback to show just how full of shit y'all are. That's the crazy part. He was looking at me around. He had his eyes on me. He was staring. He was staring. Girl, that man wasn't even looking at you. You were so full of yourself. You were full of yourself. And you thought that man was looking at you. That man wasn't even looking in your direction. That was the gag for me. What was he staring at? And let some people tell it he was staring at the craters. In all honesty, if he was staring, you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what the people said. Girl, that ain't what I said. That's what they said. Okay. If he was staring, he was staring at that skin. However, he wasn't looking over there, Miss Mia. He was not looking. Now you need to stop with these lies, ma'am. You need to stop it. You need to stop with the flip flopping of it all. Slow down. Okay. What else? So Ashley says it doesn't feel good, huh? I feel like Martin when that man said, I'll take a cue ball. My woman is always classy. Do you hear me? Like that's how I felt when she said it doesn't feel good. I'll take a cue ball and girl, don't play with me, little Ashley. Do not play with me. But I love how Candace handled this. Candace said, there it is. There, it was giving Mimi Faust. It was giving Mimi Faust when Stevie J proposed to Mimi or whatever, gave Mimi a ring and then gave one to Jocelyn, then gave one to Mimi, and Mimi said, classic Stevie J. Classic Stevie J. That's what it was giving. When Candace said, there it is. There it is. Okay. I knew it didn't go far. You are a vindictive, manipulative, psychotic. She ain't say all that. I'm saying all that. But anyway, Candace just said, girl, you vindictive, you nasty, you evil, you a lying ass. Period. All right. So that's what Candace said. And I loved it. Like, get her together. So Ashley says, I mean, if you want me to turn a blind eye to it, just say it, Candace, and I'll turn a blind eye. Just say that. It's these little things that Ashley does that she pokes to get a reaction. And then everybody eats at Candace like Candace is wrong for how she responds, but nobody pays attention to the egging on that Ashley does. You feel what I'm saying? I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. So Candace says that ooh, bitch. I was Mia and Miss Karen when Candace said when Ashley was like, it doesn't feel good, does it? It doesn't feel good. And then Candace said, oh, well, you would know. Baby. The way Karen and Mia said, ooh, I was like, okay, so this is a worldwide, this is in unison. Okay. Everybody in America hit the same face at the same time. Like, ooh, shit. Okay, girl, she got her, so I cannot wait to see it. And you know what's so funny? We saw the previews, and so many people I saw in the comments was already dragging Candace. Here go Candace. Here go Candace. She over there calling Ashley out her name. She calling Ashley out her name. How you gonna be talking about Karen husband, but you just sat up here and call Ashley out her name, and you don't want nobody talking about Chris? Only for y'all to get to this episode and see that Candace wasn't talking about that lady husband. Okay. She was validating what Ashley said, and I hate that she even said anything because Ashley wanted her to say that. Right? Ashley, you said what you heard. Candace, sometimes you got to sit back and be like, well, what you heard? Okay. What they told you, girl? What they said? Okay. Instead of you being forthcoming with it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, y'all over there trying to be mad, then turned around and you see that Candace was very valid in calling that bitch a vindictive, nasty, evil ass. Okay? For what? It doesn't feel good, does it? Do it. Do it. You don't like that, huh? Bitch. Crazy. Crazy woman. All right. So I said we were almost Team Ashley. But I love how you showed your hand. I loved how you showed your hand. That actually never went anywhere. It never went anywhere. And I loved how you showed your hand and how you showed your ass. Okay. So now the dragging that's going to take place, it's warranted. Let the dragging begin. House of the Dragon. It's giving Candace's Rhaenyra. It's giving Candace's Rhaenyra, and Ashley is Allison. Okay? And that's what it's giving. That made so much sense because Ashley's little son is definitely giving the baby. He's giving Amon for sure. And then what's the oldest son name? What's Allison's oldest son name? It's Amon and Aegon. Okay. Yeah, it's a very much so giving Ashley, Allison, them over there in the house. Girl, the only thing, the lucky part for Miss Allison is that Viserys clapped out. Okay. And he was gone up out of here, girl, after. They ate up his arm and the right side of his face. Okay. The only difference for Ashley is that she's getting out by way of a divorce. You feel what I'm saying? But girl, Chris is definitely giving Prince Damon just be sitting back in the cut watching what's really going on, and then he gonna come through and eat your ass up when it's time. So I'm just letting you know what's going on, girl. We have entered House of the Dragon, and it's House Candace versus a House Ashley. And I'm here for it. And I'm trying to see what ally would Giselle be to Queen Allison. Like, oh, girl, she Otto. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn, girl. She is Otto. She is Otto. Giselle is Otto. Okay, for the purposes of this, we are going to change Otto from a man to a woman. Okay, hand of the queen is Giselle. This is messy, boy. This is messy. This gonna be a good ass House of Potomac. Girl, do you hear me? House of the Potomac, okay? Girl, it's giving Giselle Hightower. Absolutely. Yes, yep. Giselle Hightower. I'm for real. Y'all think I'm playing like this right here? It's finna go down. It's finna go down. And I'm riding with Candace Raynera. I'm over there with them. I'm on their side. I'm on their side, child. Okay. Okay. I'm for real. So, Ryan, House of Potomac. House of Potomac. Yes. Child, for real. Yes. Insert the theme music. Insert the theme music. Do you hear me? Insert the theme music for real, because that's what it's giving. Oh, Lord have mercy, y'all. But it was a good episode, I have to say. I am a bit sad, and I'm not even gonna lie, to Ashley and Candace not forming a real friendship, just a little bit, like 2%. But ultimately, we've been waiting for Ashley to show her hand, and she showed it. Child, she showed it, baby. So this is where we are. I'm for real, y'all. So from now on, it's Giselle Hightower, House of Candace, Canera. Canera is what it's called, child. Oh, Lord. Listen, Robbie and Giselle are the Lannisters. Not the siblings that was messing with each other. Girl, y'all is crazy. Oh wow. I cannot. Who is going to be Laris? Who is Laris? I feel like Laris is Mia. Laris Strong. I feel like this Mia. I do. That's Mia. I feel like Corliss is probably Karen. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I hold on. I feel like no, Karen is Big Ray Niece. Karen is Ray Niece. Since she's the grand dame, Ray Niece was queen that never was. Okay. So she would be Ray Niece. Because the way Ray Niece had Miss Ashley and had Miss Giselle thinking she was on their side this season, and then she flew her ass right back over there. Okay, she blew that bitch up and went over there. Yes, ma'am. Miss Karen is Ray Niece. Period. Okay. Mia the one listening on She the Beast. Not Mia being the beast. What is it? Beast beneath the floors. Child, I cannot. She that could slide. That could slide. That could slide. Yeah, Karen Big Ray. That's Big Ray. Child. And then so would Wendy be Corliss? Or do we have to wait? Because Wendy is giving Corliss. I don't know. I feel like we probably gotta find somebody else for Wendy. I don't know if Wendy character came in yet. But if so, Beast under the boards, or is it beneath the boards? One of the two. The Beast beneath the boards. So one of the two. But yeah, we gotta find Wendy. I would think Wendy is Corliss because Corliss is over there too now. Corliss is over there. But yeah, this was cute, guys. This was cute. This was cute. Girl, they a mess in the comments. Y'all are a mess, girl. Didn't we cast that? Girl, we figured that thing out. It's giving House of Ashley / Allison and House of Candace / Raynera. And we can't wait to see it, girl, because it's going down. Okay. This is gonna hold us over until 2024. When House of the Dragon actually returns. Child, I'm sad about it. But I thank you guys so much for joining. If you have yet to like the video, definitely go ahead and like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have yet to subscribe to the channel. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.